Hi, my name is Josh with...
You know where you work?
Hi, my name is Josh with Concept V Performance, and today we're going to be installing a Stillen catback exhaust on a stock Q50 with a flash tune. Let's get to it. We're going to be removing the stock catback exhaust and replacing it with a nice Stillen one. I already went ahead and coated all the nuts and bolts in PV Blaster. That should make it a little bit easier. To remove it, all the nuts are 14 millimeter. We're going to take our impact gun and zip one off. All right, we got the 4 nuts off the front. Next, we have to remove this chassis brace so we can bring the exhaust down. This is held up by 4 12 millimeter bolts. Let's take it off. There we go. Chassis brace is off. Working our way back, now we're at the muffler and we're gonna undo the 4 bolts that attach it to the mid pipe. Those are also 14, but unfortunately I can't get my impact gun in here, so by hand it is. And just like that, they're off. Now that we got all the nuts off, our next step is these exhaust hangers right here. Easy tip is just to take some soapy water and to spray them down, get them nice and lubed up. And then you take a nice set of hose pliers. Make sure you have the hose end towards the hanger, and then squeeze. So the stock exhaust actually goes into the muffler quite a bit, like 2 inches or so. You gotta be a bit careful when you're pulling this out not to knock the muffler off of its hangers. Now that we got it removed from the muffler, we can just grab it and lift it off the car. And then the last step to removing your exhaust is to pretty much grab the muffler with 2 hands and slide it backwards. Yep. Q50 catback removed. Obviously, there's quite a few differences between these 2 exhaust systems. We wanted to take each individual component and we're gonna weigh them so we can get the comparison between the new Stillen exhaust and the OEM catback. 57 pounds? 56 pounds?
No.
29 plus 26 and a half, so 55 and a half pounds. So in total, the Stillen exhaust weighs 46 pounds. It's about 9 or 10 pounds lighter than the OEM exhaust system, but as well as like being lighter, it's a lot more free flowing. You have 2 2.5 inch sections that come into a 3 inch and then split back into 2 2.5 inch mufflers compared to the OEM one, which is 2 2 inch sections that meet up and form a 2.5 inch and then splits back into 2 2 inch sections. All right, so now that we have the stock exhaust off and the Stillen exhaust ready to go on, we're gonna put some fresh gaskets on and throw our exhaust, or throw the Y pipe on. We'll go around and put nuts on. So these reuse the same OEM hardware. The studs are part of the lower downpipes, and then we are reusing the stock nuts as well. The only thing that's new is the gasket and the Y pipe. With the Stillen exhaust, for packaging reasons, they split the Y pipe up into 2 pieces and use a slip joint to connect them. Remember to throw the clamp on there before you throw the Y pipe in, or you're gonna have to undo the clamp completely and stretch it around the pipe to get done. All right, so this is the part of the job where you either need an extra set of hands or a dead man or just a regular car jack. So what you're gonna do is line up the Y pipe over there, and you're gonna take this hanger and you're gonna slip this in. All right, so now that that's in, we can go back over here. Here comes the new gasket, as well as the 2 new exhaust bolts. And there is that. So that is your mid pipe loosely bolted up. So now for the mufflers. The one that has the kink in both sides goes on the passenger side, and then the one that has a straight section and then they kink on the other side goes on the driver's side. So when you're hanging the muffler, first you're gonna wanna put the hanger through the OEM mount, and once that's hanging there, you'll take the slip joint and slip it over the mid pipe. Make sure to have your clamp on here beforehand so you don't have to take it all apart to get it on afterwards. Now the other muffler can go on. And the system is just about complete. All right, last but not least are the exhaust tips. Again, don't forget your clamp. Throw that on, and then you're gonna slip the tip over the muffler pipe. And there you are. And we'll do the same for the other side. The muffler over top of, or the tip over top of the muffler. All right. So now we're gonna start from the very front of the exhaust and work our way back and tighten each joint as we get there. Stillen does not include new hardware for this. You're gonna reuse the stock stuff. The factory torque specs for these are 39 foot-pounds, so we're gonna go ahead and torque all 4 of these nuts. Cool. Moving on to the Y pipe flange. These are both still 14 millimeter, and it carries the same torque spec of 39 foot-pounds. Cool. We're gonna go ahead and now move on to all of the slip joint clamps. These are all 15 millimeter clamps. When tightening down these slip joint clamps, you're gonna wanna go to about 30 foot-pounds and call it good. Now that the exhaust is installed, let's take it for a test drive and see what it sounds like. car sounds pretty good. It's still a little bit quiet in my opinion, but let's get it up on the dyno and see what kind of numbers it makes. All right, so we got the car off the dyno. It made 320 rear wheel horsepower with the Stillen exhaust and the flash tune that it currently has. We think we can bump these numbers up quite a bit with some lower downpipes. The customer chose to go with the AMS 3-inch lower downpipes. So stay tuned for next time when we install and test those on the dyno. Thanks for watching. Like and leave a comment below.